Imagine waking up one morning and your family suddenly looks confused. Not because you forgot their names, not because you lost your memory, but because the way you speak sounds completely different. Your voice, your accent, your entire way of talking changed overnight. And the strangest part, you don't even realize it. This sounds like science fiction, but it's a real medical mystery called foreign accent syndrome, one of the rarest brain conditions ever recorded, and even doctors still don't fully understand it.
In rare cases around the world, people have suddenly started speaking with accents they never learned. One woman from Norway reportedly began sounding German after surviving a brain injury during World War II. Another patient in the United States developed what sounded like a British accent after surgery, and one Australian woman suddenly sounded French, even though she had never lived in France. Doctors were stunned because these patients weren't pretending. Brain scans showed something had genuinely changed. At first, people thought these cases were fake. Some believed the patients were seeking attention. Others thought it was psychological. But over time, neurologists realized something terrifying. The human brain can slightly rewire speech patterns after trauma. And sometimes, that tiny change is enough to make a person sound completely foreign. Foreign accent syndrome, also known as FAS, is an extremely rare neurological condition. Scientists believe it usually happens after strokes, traumatic brain injuries, migraines, seizures, or severe neurological stress. But here's the strange part. Most patients don't actually learn a new language. Instead, their pronunciation changes. Tiny shifts happen in rhythm, tongue movement, timing, pitch, and vowel sounds. To other people, those changes create the illusion of a completely different accent. For example, if certain speech muscles slow down slightly, a person's words may suddenly sound Russian, or French, or British, even though the person never studied those accents. The brain is so unbelievably complex that even microscopic changes can alter the way humans hear identity. To understand this mystery, we first need to understand how humans actually speak. Most people think speech happens automatically, but your brain performs thousands of calculations every second. Every sentence requires memory, muscle coordination, breathing control, timing, emotional tone, and facial movement. Even moving your tongue 1 millimeter differently can change the way a word sounds. Scientists discovered that speech is controlled by multiple brain regions working together, like a giant network. And if even one part becomes damaged, the entire sound of your voice can change. That's what makes foreign accent syndrome so fascinating. The patient is still the same person, same memories, same personality, same language, but their brain begins producing speech differently, almost like the brain rewrites its own audio settings. And sometimes, the new voice sounds so convincing that strangers assume the patient is from another country.